In this video, you will learn how to apply for your state ID as an F1 visa or J1 visa international student in the US. You would also understand the reasons why you should get a state ID, as well as how you can go about obtaining a state ID. Coming right up. As an international student, obtaining a state ID should be in your to-do list within your first few months in the US. You can easily carry around your state ID in your wallet, using it as your primary identification document while leaving your international passport safely at home. This comes in handy if you ever need to prove your age while shopping at a grocery store or a night out at a bar or restaurant. State IDs are accepted as a form of identification when performing a transaction at a bank and when boarding an airplane for a domestic flight in the US. Although similar to a US driver's license, a US state ID does not permit you to drive. To learn the best tips to applying for a US state driver's license as an international student, you can find a video linked in the description section below. Now let's get into how you can go about obtaining one. Step 1 is to visit the website of the state agency that issues state IDs or driver's licenses. This is typically called the Department of Motor Vehicles. But keep in mind that some states might have different names for the state agency that's responsible for issuing state IDs and driver's licenses. You might be able to download an application form for your state ID or schedule an office appointment ahead of time. Step 2 is to visit your local Department of Motor Vehicle office to submit an application and provide documentation to support your application. Generally, across most US states, you would need to show documents that prove your identity and age, as well as your residency in the state and your legal presence in the US. And in some states in the US, you are required to show a proof of your social security number. For proof of your identification, it's best to take your international passport with you. For proof of your residency in the state, you can use documents such as your bank statements, cell phone bills, a rental lease agreement, or in the case that you have a tuition bill from your university that contains your US address, you can take this along with you to the local office. And for proof of your legal US presence, it's best to take with you an original copy of your US visa, a signed Form I-20 if you're an F1 student, or a signed Form DS-2019 if you're a J1 student, and also an electronic copy of your I-94 travel record. As an international student, the end date on your Form I-20 or your Form DS-2019 would be used to determine the expiration date of your state ID. Currently, there are 13 states in the US that allow you to apply for a state ID or a driver's license without having a US social security number. Some of these states include the states of California, New York, Illinois, and Washington. For a full list of the 13 states, please make sure to check the description section below. If your state is not included in the list, you may need to first obtain a letter of social security number ineligibility from your local Social Security Administration office before you may apply for a state ID or driver's license. I will leave a video link in the description where you can learn how to apply for a social security number or obtain a letter of social security number ineligibility. Step number 3 would be to pay the non-refundable application fee for your state ID. Depending on your state, this may cost anywhere between $10 to $90. And in step number 4, once you've provided all the required documents for your state ID, you will be issued a temporary state ID in paper form, and in a few weeks later, you can expect to receive your plastic state ID card in the mail. And there you have it. Follow these 4 steps to obtain your US state ID as an F1 visa or J1 visa international student and avoid the risk of losing your passport and US visa. Your wallet will thank you. I hope you've been well informed by this video. If you have any questions, get at me in the comment section below. For more helpful resources, check out our website at sojourningscholar.com. I've got a lot more helpful videos coming your way, so if we are meeting for the first time, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay unbounded.